Hey guys, Bettina Ray here. I'm a yoga teacher and I specialize in all things to do with motherhood, so fertility, pregnancy, birth and beyond. Everything to do with that intense period of time in our life where everything seems to be changing and there can be a lot of stress and anxiety that goes with it. So if you like what I do here, I would love if you would subscribe, like, do all of the things. I really appreciate it. So in today's video, I want to talk to you about pregnancy insomnia because it's something that is definitely impacting me at the moment. Also, pretty much every woman in my yoga class complains that they experience pregnancy insomnia at some point. So let's open up the conversation about it and share some of our tips for dealing with it. So as in all of my videos, I am definitely not the expert on dealing with pregnancy insomnia. Some days I deal really well, other days not so well. If you have any tips on how to deal with it, please leave them in the comments below because you never know who you're going to help. So how do I deal with it? Basically for me, my insomnia happens usually around midnight to 2 o'clock, sometimes a little later, 3 or 4 o'clock. It's a little bit harder when it's that time. And what I do is I get up. So if I lie in bed and just think, oh my God, I can't sleep, I'm going to be so tired tomorrow, I literally will spend 4 hours doing just that, not sleeping, and feeling like rubbish the next day. But if I can get up, and I try to do something productive, so I'll make myself a cup of tea, I might edit a video like this, write a blog post, read a book. I find that something productive helps me feel like, oh, well, that wasn't such a waste of time, and it was okay that I was awake for a few hours in the middle of the night because it was like bonus me time. And then once I've done something, so I try to limit that time to about half an hour to an hour, then I'll do like my wind down sequence again. So like what you do before you go to bed, a really nice, hopefully you do before you go to bed. Don't just turn off Instagram and put it beside you and go to sleep, but something to kind of wind you down a little bit. So I try to get off screens, maybe have a cup of tea, maybe just read for a little bit longer. Sometimes I'll have a bath. Sometimes I'll do a little bit of yoga, just really calming, gentle stretches. And then I feel like I can go back to bed again. And most times I'll be able to go back to sleep. Sometimes though, if I find that my mind is still ticking and I haven't done it already, journaling really helps. So usually in those times, I'm awake because my mind is like racing. So if I can write it all out, write out all my crazy, as I often say, it really helps and I can actually slip back into sleep a lot easier than if I don't bother getting out of bed and I just let the crazy roll around and around for a few hours. So usually for me, if I'm up at 2, I'll try to only stay up till about 4, so in that time I'll have done something productive, had my little wind down routine, back into bed, so I get another couple of hours sleep. If I don't do that, by 8 o'clock I feel sick, I just want to sleep, I feel horribly grumpy, and I know my blood pressure is a lot worse as well. So this pregnancy, my blood pressure has been really low, like it's been in my others, and I just have no energy if I don't get that extra sleep. So that's what works for me. Some other things to be aware of, obviously keeping your caffeine intake relatively low so that it doesn't impact it, making sure that you're not feeling stressed overall, so doing things to bring your stress levels down, yoga or meditation, whatever it is for you. And also just a little fact that might be interesting for you to reflect on is I've found that every time with each of my pregnancies, the time that I wake up each night, so for me it's always regular. If it's regular for you, notice once your baby is here, is that the time they wake up for a feed? Because most of the women I speak to, this is not, I don't think, a published fact, but from most of the women I speak to, that's the time they find that their baby is awake for a feed. So something to look forward to anyway when you're awake in the middle of the night. So I hope these few little tips help. I do have a yoga class in my online yoga circle for pregnancy insomnia. So if you are looking for something in the middle of the night to do to bring you back down, so you've gotten up, you've done something productive, and then something to bring you back down, or even something to do just before sleep of a nighttime if you struggle to get to sleep, there's a yoga class over in the online yoga circle for you. Otherwise, I hope that you get some great sleep tonight, and I hope that even if you do wake up for a few hours, you can find something really good to do with that time so that you actually enjoy it and don't feel like it was a complete waste the next day. Have a beautiful week and namaste.